Okay, so I'm not sure about the timing, but okay, let's just assume that these guys can all hear me. So what I'm doing is I'll take a nature's profit, and this will be the video about how I just show you the timings and how it works. So what I'm doing is I'll take nature's profit. I'm gonna put it as cheese activated. I'm gonna use teleportation, and I'll teleport around the map. And while I'm teleporting around the
I
map,
summon the forces of nature.
I will. Let's check if this works. Oh, that's
In
good enough.
green, I go.
So, firstly, I just want to show you number one. Roshan is always there. He's there as soon as the match starts. So, if you see a team that looks like they could take on Roshan solo, it's a good choice to come and check this out in the beginning of the match. So that's number one. Number two is, as you can see at the top here, I'll just ping near the timer because I'm not sure if my mouse will actually show. Is a
30
timer,
seconds
6
to
a.m.
battle.
What that is basically is 30 seconds to battle. As soon as the 30-second mark is passed, they give you like 1 minute, I think, in the beginning, 1 minute 30, just to get things going. 30 seconds after that, the camp spawn, which is number one of the camps that will spawn, is this one here. This is called the Dire Ancient Camp, as you should know.
Nature
That's the Dire
calls.
side. On that side,
The battle
this side is
begins.
I'm pinging on the map. That side is the Radiant side. That
The
side is the
season
Radiant. This side is Dire.
arrives.
At the 30-second mark on all camps, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the Radiant side will spawn, which includes the ancient camps here. And on the other side, there should be also 6 camps: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 is the ancient camp, is the Radiant ancient camp. So over here, the Radiant ancient camp, I'm going to just point on the map. Over there is the Radiant ancient camp. Over here is the easy and hard camps, and over here is the Dire ancient camp, and over there is the easy and hard camps as highlighted. The camp over here that I'm TPing to now is the Dire pool camp, and on the opposite side, this camp here, which is close to the Radiant tower, is actually the Radiant pool camp. So that's the camp that allows you to pull. Like for
My hidden
example,
paths.
if I should stand, this is actually going a bit too deep in, but should I stand here and attack one of these things at about 11, 10, whatever second mark, I just run back up here. These creeps follow me, I pull my creeps. That allows the lane to be pulled, so the carry in the lane will be very happy to get some extra farm, because now obviously those creeps that are mine are losing life and obviously dying, and here I get the extra last hits. If I can get those last hits, oh, I suck at last hits. But yeah, that's just the example of how it happens.
Shade.
And also what it does is, because I'm pulling, these creeps are dying. Let's say for example, I'm able to kill 5 or 10 of my creeps, because what I would do is while they're attacking here, I'd actually start denying my own creeps
For the
as
trees.
they're attacking. So that would actually make sure that maybe I kill three of my creeps here, and on the average wave I think there is 1, 2, 3, 4 creeps. So if I manage to kill 2 or 3 of those creeps, or every second wave, I'm actually denying them about 2 or 3 levels of XP
By my shaggy
every minute to 2 minutes, which means they don't grow faster, which means this one's restricted. I've played in competition matches and even pub matches where I know the carriers, and I know you can manage himself really well. So what I do is I keep on pulling, and I have my trees here, or I'll use Witch Doctor, put a ward here to make sure that I don't get ganked. And what happens is I deny the guy so much experience, and also as you can see the lane gets pushed immediately afterwards, because all the creeps sometimes they gang up here and you stop denying them. Then the next wave, as you could see what happened was before, one wave plus the previous wave would all gang up, and we could actually use that to gang someone. It's a good decision as soon as you pull to come and stand on this side of the denying side, so that when you so that if they should come and gank you from the side, let's say a blind gank, smoke gank or whatever, that you could easily escape into the trees here.
Your
Quickly
bottom
escape.
tower is under attack.
And
A
you safe.
flame is alight at its base.
Also, your creeps are just here, so then it would make it impossible for them to just easily cross here without getting some interference. So basically, there's kind of like a wall here of creeps. There's a protection layer here, and you've got your tower there. The only time you're stuffed is if they come up the river like this, and they come and gank you from the back. Because if you're going to be standing here, the creeps will be blocking you, and you can't escape to the back, and you will be ganked successfully. Unless your carry is standing just there. It's a lot of variables to consider, but that's just the general. So yeah, that's just my basic on timing.
On my way. Your
just the
middle
timings of the
tower
actual
cries out.
I just wanted to point out how the timings work. Also, one thing about timings is runes. Every 2 minutes, runes will spawn.
What golden green.
Every 2 minutes, the runes spawn at the 2 minute mark. So
Your middle tower is under attack.
had I collected
The
or denied the
wild is
rune
calling.
since the 2 minute mark.
Uproot, and after that, pull roots and run.
Had I collected and denied the rune at the 2 minute mark,
Come to me.
I should successfully have
Warriors of the wood.
seen runes spawn every 2 or 3 minutes.
Uproot you. By hidden paths. Come, come. With me.
Oh, this is so fun.
Come, come. En route.
Okay, yeah, so that's just the basic timings on the game that I actually want to highlight in this video. Yeah. Another thing is you can block a camp. Like,
On my
let's say
way.
for example, I have lots of trees here, and I was able to destroy.
Come to me.
The 50-second mark's almost there.
Nature's ferocity.
As you can see, the 6 minute mark's almost over. Creep spawn on the 1 minute mark, so I just stand here for a while. I move away, and as you could see, double up. I block this camp, so no new creeps have spawned here. It doesn't have to be a whole army like I have done here. Could be
Your
just
middle
you,
tower is
could be a
under
ward,
attack.
could be a
It may
sentry
not
ward,
be able to
observer ward,
defend itself.
any type of ward, so long it's there. And you can't block a rune from spawning, but that's the rune that spawned. It spawned on the 6 minute mark, as you saw. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I wanted to show you. That the rune spawn on the 2 minute mark. Camp spawn on the every 1 minute mark. The first camp spawns on the 30-second mark, which means you can double up the camp. By the 1 minute mark, it could be doubled up, and by doubling up, I mean you pull the creeps and then you stack them. I'll show you how I stack these creeps quickly.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Nature
51,
calls.
52. I think that's about the timing, especially with those ones, persistent buggers. And then I pull, I stand away, I run away, and they chase me. And at 7 minute mark, because nobody's in the camp, including myself and those creeps, you should see a double stack.
I go.
And bam! Look how thick is it there. Huh? Isn't that nice? I find it nice.
In sylvan shade.
If you keep on stacking this camp, what happens is these people here, these buggers, they will like it.
Warriors of the wood. Yes.
These buggers here, they like it. So let's wait until one of them come past and I'll show you what happens.
Leaving. Pull roots and run.
Away there, somewhere far off, and I'll show you what happens here. This guy comes here.
With a wild
I'll
spirit.
TP home. As you can see, my trees are running here through this maze here, through those creeps. But what happens is that we don't see on the other side is because once you've doubled up, all those creeps of the enemy side, or this should hopefully be your own creeps, all die because there's too many people in the easy camp for them to stop. So now everyone basically, you could continuously pull a lane like this. I could even, for example, if I continuously aggro creeps like
in Sylvan Shade,
I could stack even onto there. I could stack as many times as I can. You have to just eat them on the 52 mark. So I'll wait for some
with
creeps
a
here.
wild spirit.
Let's pull these creeps. These creeps are obviously going to aggro on me if I attack, especially this one. Oh, that one.
Your top tower is under attack.
So what I'll do is I'll force the creeps to follow me. I can only force them to follow me because I'm the enemy in this case. But in your case, you're going to have to pull them from this camp. But as you can see, the same thing happens on the side. You deny lots of creeps, and it allows the lane to be pushed. I have done this in many professional games, not professional, but in many competitive games, where I have actually pulled the enemy camp, especially with Nature's Prophet, with illusions or with things that I've summoned. I've stacked their camps, I've pulled their camps with illusions, everything. I've even pulled it all the way to the end to that camp, just to make sure that my creeps continuously push down this lane, and we could easily gank and destroy that tower. Gank people under the tower and destroy the tower, not gank the tower. Yeah, so that's just as you can see, creeps always return to lane, especially lane creeps like these ones. Another thing is backdoor protection. I'll cover lots of basics in this one as well, just so I can make only one video. This is for the TFT clan that I'm in at the moment. Towers, second level towers require backdoor protection, and all towers grant true sight. So backdoor protection is just
so I go. Warriors of the wood.
As you can see from the first note that I gave to the clan, don't get hit by creeps, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. And I'm trying to explain at the same time, so it's a bit odd. But as you could see, what I was trying to do was I'm trying to summon as much creeps so that these creeps stay alive, because these creeps actually prevent the backdoor from switching off. Backdoor protection is just like an automatic mechanism that that Dota has put in place to stop people from just coming and invulnerable. Like this tower is invulnerable. Nobody can just come and just take over the tower, or nobody can just jump into the base and destroy the ancient. They have to go through at least one of the lanes, successfully destroying first tower, second tower, third tower, and then they can come destroy these last two towers before they can take the ancient. And that's the order. Same down the middle lane. Tier 1 tower, tier 2 tower, tier 3, and then base towers, which are these two. Same here. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, base towers. You got barracks. If you destroy any in one lane, you get super creeps. You destroy 2 lanes, the super creeps level 2. You destroy 3 lanes, it becomes to mega creeps. You'll notice the speed, the armor and things go up. I think it's not armor. If you look at tier 1 tower, 110, 20 armor. If you look at tier 2 tower, 130 and 20 armor, 1600 hit points. As tier 1 has 1300 hit points. If you look at tier 3, it's 152, 25 and 1600. Melee barracks 1500. Range barracks 1200. I just want to note, melee barracks regenerates at 5 HP per second. Range barracks
tower is under attack. It may not be able to defend itself.
It does regenerate, I think it's like 1 HP per 3 seconds or something. But it has 10 armor on the range barracks, 15 armor on the melee barracks. Those things, like as you can see, the star is invulnerable and it has backdoor protection. Structure takes damage and quickly regenerates any damage while no enemy creeps on nearby. So that's basically telling you that it regenerates up to the last point where somebody has attacked it while no enemy
Your
creeps are
bottom
nearby.
tower shakes with fear.
One thing that you noticed was the creeps, even though they were dead, I could continuously still destroy this tower and the backdoor protection was gone. Well, that is because
Your
until,
bottom tower is under attack.
for example,
A flame is
if I should go
alight
here
at
now,
its base.
you'll see the
Branch
backdoor
out.
protection is active. There's backdoor protection and I can't destroy the tower, I'm not doing any damage. And it's healing too fast.
Yes.
I
Autumn
died. Doesn't
comes
matter.
too soon.
That's what happened there. So, yeah, let's think. What was I saying? Anyway, now with backdoor protection,
Nature's
I can't
guide
go destroy the tower.
returns.
But even though you saw one creep died and I was still standing around there. So should I be standing around the enemy's tower and all my creeps die and I'm still there and I'm still tanking up, the backdoor protection will not activate until the last hero is left a certain amount of area around the tower. I think it's probably 600 or within the tower site. So backdoor protection, once deactivated by a creep, a laning creep, which is a creep that comes down the lane, not any creep that you just take over, or a jungle creep. It has to be a laning creep that comes down the lane. He deactivates, he or she, I don't know if the creeps have genders, but the creep deactivates the tower. Once the tower is deactivated, the tower will, once the backdoor is deactivated actually, then the tower is free to attack until all heroes and creeps leave the lane, and then the backdoor gets reactivated. Yeah, let's take a look at Rosh. As you saw earlier on, Rosh had, I never mentioned it, but he did have a 7,500 HP always at the start. And he has less armor. I think he has 3 armor when he starts off. At the moment he has 4. Oh, he has 4 armor when he starts off. At the moment he has 4 armor plus 2, which means that every devotion, you can see his ability armor, that bonus increases time goes on. I think at the 15-minute mark he should have an extra armor on himself. Let's check it out. Oh, didn't increase, but I'm not sure about the timings exactly, but there is times when his armor goes up, his attack will go up from 65. I think it gets much higher to 150, 160, depending on how long the game is going on. Hour games, 2-hour games. As you can see, Roshan also blocks spells passively every 15 seconds, which makes spell casting on him a bit of a problem. Let's say, for example, I level
Your top tower is crumbling.
5. Let's just make myself a bit more. I'll show you what I mean by spell block.
Your top tower
Wrath of
is
Nature
under
is
attack.
a targeted spell.
Even the mightiest tree may fall.
The Wrath of Nature is a targeted spell. So if I shoot up, use the Wrath of Nature targeted spell on Roshan, like for example, you'll see it blast off similar to a Lincoln Sphere. Should I do it now again within 15 seconds? You'll see it actually affects him. He has 9,000 HP now, which he started off with a bit less. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to one of the things I actually wanted to point out was there. Let's check the rune top. Okay, I think that's it for now. Yeah, that's a 20-minute video. It takes some time to upload.
Calls.
I just wanted to point out some of the basics, like in the Dota.
My leaf and limb.
This actually is one of my favorite characters. I love playing with him. He's so awesome. That's a new set I have. I just wanted to show you guys. The back isn't there, well, because I have these things on that tells you I've earned 83,000 gold. I've got 50,000 gold spent. Couriers purchased once. Towers destroyed 33. Clients created 4,500, 5,000 almost. Victories 50. Buildings destroyed 10. So that's just what I wanted to just go over, some super basics in Dota. I'm not the best Dota player, but I don't think I'm the worst teacher. I think if lots of people watch this, there is something you can learn of it, learn from it. Unless you've been playing Dota for a really long time. If you haven't, you probably did learn something. Yeah, that's about it. Another thing is you can actually stack any camp. I've never actually never mentioned it. You can stack this camp. I'll just show you how to do it. You wait until the 52-second mark. That's normally when I wait for this. These creeps are ranged creeps. And 52, 53. There's all debate about what time and what type of creeps, but I just go for the 52.
Green wrath.
Pull back. So more or less, as you see, it turns 51. You just run away.
On my way.
And when you go back, oh, I don't think that's
The enemy's middle tower is now nothing but rubble.
So it's not 52. But yeah, it should be about that. I think it's 53. But you can stack it the same way as you saw that did now. Unsuccessful stack. Very noob. Caught on YouTube. Very bad image for me. But that's why I'm not a A-class player. But then again, I wasn't planning on showing you guys how to stack. My main thing was just to show you the times in the games, but I've gone heavily off topic. Another thing about Nature's Prophet is I just want to show you some tricks and tips about Nature's Prophet that I do. When somebody's low health and you have a Bloodseeker in your team, you can accurately see where the person's running. For example, should the person be running down there on the map, just watch my pings. Should the person be running down here, anyway, you have a Shadow Blade, you TP in, or you have anything you TP in, preferably you're carrying a TP skill with you. The guy comes running down here, he has 50 HP, you give him 1 or 2 last hits and he's dead.
Green.
Easy. Alternatively, you have your ulti ready, your ultimate ability, which is my ability 4 here. You just click the button and bam, even though so long Bloodseeker can see him, they dead.
The enemy's top tower has fallen. It burned where it stood.
What I enjoy buying for Nature's Prophet is gold. Let's make 50,000 gold. Doesn't matter, I just want to show you. Shadow Blade. This is awesome for escape and for what I did now. In TP in, for example, on the creeps. This is the creep you want to target. Or that one there, you want to get it in, and now you're chasing him. You go in vis, you have extra movement speed, so even faster. As you can see, 353 movement, and now you just see, bam, last hit. Oh, missed the last hit, but now you see my movement speed move back to 295 here at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, so yeah, that's like a lot of it. Another thing about Nature's Prophet is when I play Nature's Prophet and I have full level teleportation, it's 20 seconds teleport. I try not to go to the shop, and what I mean by that is I try not to pull the courier. What I mean by that is I TP into the shops, bam, buy stuff from the shop
with a wild
freeze up,
pull roots and run.
not necessarily there or in any order, and I go down the lane, because the shop is usually quite close to this lane or this lane, and I might the lane. Another thing about Nature's Prophet that I do is, even if I TP into the shop and I'm at a Radiant side, you can TP into any shop because you have this TP ability.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
You just buy the shop here. You can, like, for example, I'll just show you what I do. I come here, I want to push this lane or the middle lane. I take the trees just there, and I have a choice. Do I go straight down here or do I go down here? Because if I go down here, I immediately come to the tower and I can come and take the tower. One of the things that I'm famous for doing in my clan and on pubs that people like me doing is, like, I know the times the creeps in the lanes, they spawn on the 30-second mark. So right now what I'll do is I do this. I appear at about the 30-second mark, that's when they come past here, 36, 35, and I pull these creeps all the way and out of the lane. Even if I pull one, that is super awesome. And then I will actually go as far as, because I've pulled them and I've delayed them off their route, this lane pushes much harder. So now that the lane has pushed a bit harder, now these creeps come very late here, and they have to these two creeps on their own, these poor little creeps, have to face my whole army. And then plus I've got another army that I summon. So what I do is I just keep on bursting their bubbles. Oh, just keep on eating them hard with these ultis. Okay, even though the ultis don't go off like that, that's just old cheat. that is ways that I do it. I think I should upload a video of me playing Nature's Prophet or one of my heroes that I am really good with on YouTube, but I generally don't do that because people might just know how I play it, and then I have no ammunition when I play in the pub. I mean, I have no ammunition when I play in
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. It has returned to what it once was.
So yeah, so generally I don't upload any video of the people that I'm really good at playing, or unless I'm trolling with him.
Pull roots and
Yeah, so
run.
sorry guys. Also, there's like a lot I don't know about lots of heroes, so I don't want to upload a video of me playing it and I'm not that good with the hero anyway. Because I'm not really a pro, I've just been looking at a lot of things. Okay, one of my friends wants me to play, so that will be the end of this video. I think he just joined out a team in one of our clans, so
Through shady
he wants to have
lanes.
some team practice of playing in a real team. So what I'll do is I'll just respond to him and say they want to do a 3-second rush. I'm probably gonna play with Nature's Prophet. I'll show you how that video goes, and then we can use it as an upload as well. Okay, so cheers guys.
So I go.
Thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe, I don't think I'm that pro enough for you to subscribe yet, but I'm pretty sure there is lots of things I would upload later on that you could learn from, or things you can copy, or things that you can improve. If there is any improvements you want to make on my video or on my things that I do, just let me know and I will try to improve it and mention it on my clip. If there is any clips that you guys want me to upload onto my channel, even though my channel right now is very weak, I will do that without
by leaf and limb.
without much hassle. I will even share some of your clips just to popularize it because it's so really good. I notice I'm not the best, so yeah. Cheers guys.